welcome to the homestead.
Hi guys.
Well, it's time to move these chickens.
It is.
The chickens are right over there. That is our old squash patch. They're going to be moving over into our road area. But before we do that, we need to get it cleaned up.
Yeah, we gotta pick up the water lines and the ground fabric.
Yeah, any of you guys do the same thing? We seem to not be able to get over this. The garden is done, and then we don't completely clean it up.
Well, I think it takes time because we have so many other projects going on.
Yeah.
So we do a little bit here and a little bit there.
That's right. And this stuff is not going anywhere, but we do not want to leave the drip edge out over winter.
No.
Or the ground fabric. And we want the chickens in here because they're going to scratch. They're going to eat all the bugs, and they're going to fertilize.
Yeah, they're gonna also help spread the fertilizer that we're gonna put on the rows.
Yes, they are. So we're gonna set you guys up, and we're gonna start getting these drip edge picked up, and we're gonna get the ground fabric picked up, and then we'll talk about how we're keeping the chickens inside the netting. Because if you've been following along, we haven't been able to keep them in the netting for a long time.
It's been a battle.
It has been a battle, but we think we have won the chicken wrangling battle, at least for now. All right, first thing we got to do is get this trellising at least moved over there so that we can roll it all up. Then we'll get the drip edge up, and then we'll get the ground fabric up. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Are we rolling this?
No, we're gonna set it on that one.
My hands are shaking, my mouth is dry. My thoughts are racing, my tongue is tied.
All right, so we're taking our drip edge out. One, because there is still a little bit of water in here, and I've opened it up at that end, but we don't want this freezing and breaking open. And it's actually pretty easy. You just take this little valve that it connects into, and you open that up all the way, and it pulls right out. And now my main line is open, so the main line, which is thicker, can stay out here over the winter. And it's got airflow, and the ice, if it freezes inside, has room to contract and expand. So let's get the last of this drip edge up.
All right, so now it's time to pull up the ground fabric. We use landscaping staples to hold the ground fabric down, so I'm just gonna use the hammer to pry them out. Oh, and that one's not really in there. That one got bent over. But we can bend it back and still reuse them. All right. This one got bent too. All right.
Look at how well
I know.
that ground fabric keeps the weeds out.
I know, it works really well.
It does look really well. Oh, I got you guys all crooked. Sorry about that. All right, so let's go over and talk chickens. All righty. Well, if you guys have been following along, you know that we have had a lot of trouble keeping our chickens inside their netting.
Yeah, once they realized they could get out of the first electric fence that we had, they just wouldn't stay in. They kept going to the woods.
Oh, yeah.
We've lost a couple of chickens because of that, because of the predators.
They were getting all the way back there and getting at the corn in my corn feeder.
Yes.
They were getting in the neighbor's yard and getting his corn.
Yeah.
And we tried all kinds of different things to try and corral them in. When, in fact, what we should have done
is bought the right poultry netting in the first place.
Bought the right poultry netting in the first place. So, take a look, guys. This netting is only a 2-inch hole at the bottom. So, the chickens can't get through. And I'll tell you, since we have put this up, we've only had 2 escapees.
Yes.
And as soon as they got out, they wanted to get back in.
Yeah, because they didn't want to be by themselves.
That's right. So,
although our smallest chicken, the youngest chicken, who has not started laying yet, Alberta, she is so small that she tends to sneak under the fence.
yeah, she's finding the little gaps underneath and sneaking under, but she wants to get back in too.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is, but we're going to get this net moved over to this side so these guys can forage real good. If you look,
They've kind of...
they have scratched that all up and fertilized it and done everything that we want them to do in that area. And now it's time for them to come over here and get this nice lush grass and scratch in the rows and do fertilization.
They still have plenty of water. But we'll fill you up.
See that hole right there?
Yeah.
And the rest of it will go in their bucket so they can get used to drinking water out of the bucket come wintertime when things start freezing up. All right, you ready for the stampede?
I am.
All right, let's get them out. See how they like it.
You ready, girls?
Oh, I think they're liking it. Look at Albert's off down to the end. But the rest of them, they know where that food bowl is. That's funny.
Pretty blue. Pretty green. Some white eggs. All right. Five so
eggs
far this morning.
For the morning haul.
Yep.
There should be another 5 or 6
Oh, you
this
know what?
afternoon.
I see one in there. That
Oh.
somebody must have kicked out. It's in there. So we need to get that.
Uh-oh. Dirty egg.
That's all right. Somebody must have kicked it out of the nest.
It happens. I think they're going to be much happier here.
Yeah, they're already foraging.
Yeah.
They didn't even care about the food.
Yeah, they're foraging already. Like, oh, grass and bugs. All right. So what do you think? You think this is a good idea here?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you think they'll be happier? We're going to have happy chickens. We'll make...
Oh yeah, because now we're going to be able to take this section, and once we clear that again, then we'll move them over.
Yeah, and we'll continue to move them down the garden, guys.
Yeah.
And then move them back through the whole winter, and they can fertilize.
Yep.
And we have year-old chicken manure over by our compost pile that's going to get spread out too. So we should have some nice rich soil come next spring. And that's it, guys. Just moving the chickens, and happy chickens are happy eggs. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.